but I'm not so good at doing stuff for other people. Hey y'all, we had a malfunction. We just went live on TikTok. We've already started our conversation. Today's subject is self-care is not selfless, selfish, selfless. It's all the same. So we're just being able to upload and talk to you guys on YouTube. For my YouTube people who's out there, welcome back to the 4th episode of the Real MomCast.
The Real MomCast.
Real life.
Oh Jesus.
Real talk.
Real moms.
Real moms. All right. So, we were just talking about like the hardest part of basically being a parent and having to try to balance your life. Like you want a life outside of your kids. You want a life outside of taking care of the elderly,
you want to be able to take care of yourself, and sometimes it's hard to balance that and taking care of all the people you have to take care of.
Yes.
Which is so interesting, right? Because you guys, right? Like you guys are. So this is mom, this is her daughters, and this is her Tashi's grandbaby, right? So and grandbabies. So like that's crazy though that this is part of the whole village, right? And all of us as people require different, not even require, but honestly desire, I guess. Desire, because everyone, requirements for a village are the same, right? You just need somebody to help us bring these babies up. But desires are having someone to actually listen to us, right? Like you guys, sisters, that's really cool that you guys live together. And you guys obviously probably help each other out with your babies, and just kind of, that's why he was asking for auntie, and that's why, they are like brother cousins, because they're really, really close, and they see you guys growing and teaching them as grown-ups. So that's, it's a really cool dynamic, I think. It's a cool dynamic.
What is some of the ways that you guys think that you take time for yourself outside of your children, outside of work, outside of things that are required in life that also can be kind of draining? What are some of the things that you do to try to balance, like work-life balance? My job, shout out to the Cave and Clayton. My job has a great work-life balance. We work from 10 to 6, and it's 8 hours, but at the end of the day, we're off at 6, and and in summertime, it's still daylight. You still have plenty of time to do everything that you need to do. And it's just a great work-life balance. Whereas before I worked a 10 to 8 shift. So, that's what I mean when I say a balance. Like what is some of the things that you...
Yeah, I don't think I do much. I
feel you.
I feel like I can, but I can't speak to it too much since my co-parenting situation is a lot different from a lot of us here.
Would you like to explain your co-parenting
So
situation?
Me and my ex, we basically split 50-50 right now since he's younger. We have like a 2-2-3 schedule, so I get 2 days, he gets 2 days, and then the next person gets 3 days. So it's kind of like opposite every other week. So I feel like I can't speak to it too much as Deshanti or my mom could, but I can still say, like, even stuff like I had a couple of appointments today. I got my lashes done. I got my brows done. Doing stuff like that for myself is considered self-care for me.
And that's okay.
And being able to do stuff like that for myself, actually, people think what they want to think, but it helps me, and it helps my mental health, and it helps me feel good about myself, and it makes me a better person and a better mom to show up for him, and a better sister, a better daughter to show up for them. It's not even just about the kids.
Well, because your cup is full. Like that's
Yeah.
exactly what they mean when they say we have to make sure we pour into our own cup before we pour into everybody else's, because I'm so guilty of that. I will pour extra. I will be overflowing my daughter's cups and as best I can. But then I'm over here like, oh, I haven't even gotten sleep. Yes, I have to make sure I pour into my cup first, make sure my cup is full. So that is okay. That is so okay. And even if, like, honestly, don't ever think that anything gets taken away from you as a single mom because your co-parenting situation is nice.
Different. Yeah.
Because something that I've recently experienced with my co-parenting situation changing is, a lot of people, on the outside, that don't know me will think, oh, well, that's easy. That's easy for you. It's easy.
Yeah,
Nothing's easy. Nothing's easy. Even if, and look, and I will never talk bad about my children's father. He's going through some things, and that's it. That's all I'll say. However, him going through some things
has put some weight on you.
Put a ton. And Tashi knows this because I talked to her more than I talked to really a lot of people in my life. And that shit is weighing, because even as a mom, when I choose to spend my tip money and go get my nails done, people are like, oh, how you must be living good. No, I'm not. It's the only hour and a half I got to myself in 7 days.
Yeah,
and people don't understand that.
What makes me happy and what makes me feel good, and
yes,
not what's not leaving me
and
feeling
that's
bad
okay.
about myself and bad about
I've had
my
to
life.
embrace that too,
Yeah.
because I recently started getting my nails done, and that's something I choose to save my tip money, and I go get my nails done. I like them long, and I like them crazy and ghetto looking is what some of the coworkers say. I love them. I swear, I love, like, put all the jewels and the gummy bears, and I love them. I love wild nails and art. So I will spend the money.
She actually does nails.
Do you?
Shout out to her.
What? Okay. Go ahead. Let's put it back on.
Exactly.
But no, that's definitely something. And I actually recently popped mine off because I was realizing how much money I'm spending on them, and I love it. But being just me and my co-parenting situation kind of went different, and so that to me is something that kind of changed my whole ways that I do things, and my self-care has gone. It's gotten decreased. It's been decreased a little bit because I definitely want to make sure that my baby's cups are full. But in doing that, and
I'm gonna tell all of y'all, being the oldest in the room and the one with the kids that are completely grown, and I don't have to literally worry about the things that I have to worry about. It all gets better. It all gets better, you guys. I promise you, it gets better. You'll not one day have to worry about that. You can self-care yourself to death, because you won't have somebody on your back that you have to take care of. I mean, of course, I'm still here for the girls. I still do for them and everything else, but it's totally different. And I've grown as a person so much. I'm a little bit more stable. Just different things. It gets better. It gets better. But I totally understand, and you said you don't have much, but I personally feel like the fact that you don't have a solid, and don't take this the wrong way, you guys. She's a hustler, so when I say solid job, I mean like she just hustles every single month to make sure that everything is taken care of, and extra, like trips she goes on and everything. We just had a little. Kaden, shh, you shouldn't have kicked it. Be quiet. You shouldn't have kicked it. No, don't. We don't want to hear you crying. So sorry, you guys. We just got dropped for a second, but we're back. Like I said, I think that her as a mother, her self-care is not going to a 9 to 5. Her job is very flexible. Her situation is very flexible. She's able to move around. Not that it's fair. I'm not saying that it's fair. I'm saying that it's flexible, and you're able to help me. You're able to be there for your son. You're able to be there for your nephew. You're able to that's not self-care, but those are things that like you sacrifice for. Now your self-care is when you decide to go get your hair done. You
I was
decide
just about to say, Shati, what do you do for self-care? What?
I feels like she
Nothing?
goes and get her.
No?
She does.
I just started going to get my hair done.
Good.
Okay, so
Okay.
that makes you happy.
I was
Does
gonna
it?
say does that make you feel good? Is that something that you enjoy?
It's my small piece of.
It's your small piece of just chill, of just a little bit of you time.
I guess.
And then do you like how it feels like after your hair gets done?
Yes, I'm a whole new person.
Okay.
Oh yes, she is.
Okay. Oh, so you walk around with a whole new attitude. But
yeah.
that's okay though. That's okay that we, elaborate the beautiful parts of ourselves, right? You don't have to get your hair done to be beautiful or feel beautiful. But if you get your hair done or, I get my nails done, we don't have to do that. But if we do it, it feels good. It feels like we are actually elaborating on the beautiful parts of us that we already have.
Come in, Wendy.
I
Right?
be telling her. She be falling out
Look.
every single time. Come to
These
my
little
seat.
chairs.
Be
Okay.
careful, be careful.
Oh, let's not.
You gotta listen
Okay.
I'm sleeping.
So what is some of the things that you guys do for self-care? Does anybody have any self-care
Did you tell the girls
regimens?
what I sent you the other day about that? The thing that I said we should take all the kids and all of
Yeah,
us.
that's a good self-care.
What it was?
It's the painting.
It's almost like it looks like paintballing but without guns. And I think you and you don't throw them at each other. You go into a room. It looks like, right? You go into a room and you paint and you just throw paint all over the rooms and then you each get a
what about the
canvas.
smash room?
Oh, the smash room would be cool, but we can't take the babies to that.
No, but that's great self-care.
But we need that. Yes,
That's
I feel
great
like
self-care.
even like
that'd be beautiful.
this
self-care.
morning I was getting ready and Eli was still asleep in the bed. And I took a shower, I washed my face, I did everything
that you needed to do,
sleeping
and it was
in the
great.
bed.
Yeah,
peacefully.
Yeah.
it felt great.
Yeah.
And it's so rare though.
Yeah.
That is the hardest part that I will say as a
I
single
understand
mother.
that. I understand that.
Yes.
When they sleep a little bit longer.
True.
Yeah.
When
Yes.
they sleep a little bit longer. And it's like, they still sleep?
Yes.
Oh, shoot. I'm about to X, Y, and
I'm
Z.
about to just sit here.
I hope they stay up to midnight. Please stay up to midnight. Yeah, you're going to sleep all morning long.
That's definitely, I think Tashi's one of the only people that knows my life. Sometimes when I get to work and I get to work late, right? People think like other coworkers, I don't know for sure, but they might think, oh, she just woke up and came to work. No, I have been up since 6:15 this morning talking to my daughter about how she has to go to school and face the bullies. And then the other one has to.
I remember when I thought 6:15 was early too. And
Right?
now, but now literally 6 o'clock. When I make it, because trust me, I have fell all the way off.
Oh, yes.
But when I make it, that's when I'm trying to be at the gym. So for me, like as you get older, those times, no, I'm telling, it's just as you get older, like that's nothing. That I could.
No, you're right.
When I was with
now
them,
it's like being awake at 6:15
when I was with them, I didn't want to get up.
Like when you were younger,
Yes, I did not want to get up. Now my body can't sleep.
Yeah.
So
I feel that.
I have to get up. I'm an early bird. I like to go to bed really, really early. I would be in the bed right now if I wasn't doing podcasts. I promise. Possibly sleep because that's just me. And I like to I'll get up early.
Not me. I deal with insomnia.
I have not always been like that though.
Really?
No. I have not.
I feel like I put Caden to sleep and then I'm exhausted. I really am tired. But I always need a little bit of time to myself. So then I just stay up for hours scrolling on TikTok.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. Yeah. And it's just
taking
like wasting
time for myself.
Even though I have to be up for work the next morning.
Literally counting the hours I have until
I dread it in the morning. I dread it in the morning, but it's like I haven't done nothing all day besides.
All parents do that.
Besides
cater
to the babies.
Yes. All parents do that. That's nothing, like literally that all parents do that.
No, actually, Tashi, no. Let's give all of us more credit because not all parents do that shit. Because I've actually realized now at 37 that not all parents care like we do about our daughters. Not all parents, like even, just being like with Melrose and some of her friends, right? Like I won't say.
I agree with that.
I will never talk about anybody else's parenting, but I will say
that with
difference in parenting, you do see the difference I won't say lack or extra, but difference in care with some women towards their daughters.
Yeah.
And the care and the energy that we've given our daughters is truly not as common as we think. We are good people and we are good women. And
with that being said, what you just said, that's a good like transition into the village.
Perfect. That goes into the village.
You know, like basically we were saying that like
a village doesn't look the same as it did back in the day. Just like having a baby, you don't just get a village. You have to make your own village, and sometimes the village just ain't villaging. No more. No more.
Well, I feel like it's not, but I feel like things are a lot different. Times have changed.
Situations are harder.
Situations are harder. Everybody has to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody has to work.
Because 100%, this is one thing that I don't think my girls understand. I would love to be a village for them, and I would love to sit at home and I want to be as close to them as I could possibly be. But their mother literally works 6 days, not 5, 6 every week, 6 days. And yes, that's on me, but that's also how we live and do the things that we do, because a lot of times, yes, they handle their own stuff as far as their own things and their own like bills. But when we take trips, when we do X, Y, and Z, that is on their mother. Yes. And I go hard for them. So what they fail to realize is that if I say no, I don't want to keep the boys, or I'm not coming over, or blah, I am exhausted. I am extremely tired. I have worked and ran and kept the boys, because anytime they ask me and I'm able to, I do. I have kept my grandfather. I have done this and cooked and cleaned and blah, like the list goes on. And I'm a manager of a store. So you're managing people, different energies. I'm drained, and I don't think that they understand that I'm getting older, and I gave my mom. I gave my mother the grace, and the respect to get older. I literally drove this lady. She didn't drive. I paid 50? Like, no, I'm getting there. I need the grace today. I need the grace today. Like, they wanted me to drive here, and I'm like, I just did an 8-hour shift. I'm old. I'm the old lady. Can you please take the wheel? Like, I'm old. I just did an 8-hour shift. And then attitudes, but they drove.
That's so they look at you like you queen.
Like, no, but like I can keep going. I can keep, because I'm always going. I can keep going. I can keep, and I can't.
We may not want to, but it's our mom. We're going to.
Right?
I mean,
how do you, like, real talk, how do you, I'm so interested because I have 4 daughters, right? So I'm so interested to see like how y'all as grown women now with kids how do you view this woman? You know what I mean? Obviously you have a respect for her that she's gained, but like real talk, like do you be like, mom, like get it together, you know what I mean? Like real talk, she's real enough to hear it, or are you like, no, queen, I want to be like you, or I want to be like you, but you fuck me up when you do this? Like, what's up?
In the sense of what? Just who she is?
Yes.
I want to be my mother.
Okay. Hey, okay.
But some things not.
Of course.
I don't even care.
And that's normal.
Just won.
Yeah, that's how it should be.
I don't
you shouldn't want to be identical.
I don't even care. Yes.
No, that's great. So you want to be somewhat like the person she is, but also there's things that you're like, nah, I'm going to do different.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's how it should be. That means she's
I did something great.
Yes. Yeah. And that's how it should be. Because I think it's interesting. To each their own. But when parents want their children to be an exact clone of them and do everything that they do, that's to me, that's not what it's supposed to be. So me having 4 daughters, right, and me trying to be the best woman I can be, but also teach these little girls to be queens in the world is weird. It's weird because all 4 of my kids are so different. My oldest is very girly compared to my second born, who really doesn't care a lot about that super girly stuff.
Don't care.
And so, and she's all girl. That's what I'm saying. My second born is all girl, but she's not.
You're not.
I see it though.
You are me. No, you are me, and we do that, and we do that from time to time. Yes. We do that from time to time, but
no, you are just
we
like
don't have to be like that.
And honestly, I'm not as girly as a lot of people are. Like
no, you're not.
I have grown to become that.
No,
but I
know that I've seen. I know that I know what you would. I know what you would do. Like I know that you're not. Like literally, if we move tomorrow, you're gonna be holding the washing machine on the other side,
sweating, making moves.
Like literally, right. She gonna be on one side, I'm gonna be on the other side. She gonna be on one side. We're gonna be carrying the washing machine with nails. It doesn't even matter. I know she'll go hard. It's not that you're not that. Like you are girly, but you know what I'm saying. Like I know that you have it in you to be just like me and Shanti. Y'all are both just like me, just in different ways. She's just like me with the non-girly stuff, but when it comes to wanting my peace and being in the room and locking the door and not want to be seen, and you're just like me. When it comes to other things, you're just like me. Trust me. I see a lot of you in me, but I know that she's twin. You know what I mean? She's attitude, mouth, got something to say.
That's my oldest too. Yep.
So you know,
just very much like me, but her own person. But yes.
But when we come back, we bringing it back to basically what we're talking about as far as like the village. I do feel like things have changed. Grandmas these days have to work.
Yes,
we cannot just sit at home watching kids. My mother was able to sit at home watching my kids, and I appreciate it.
I don't even ask for that though. I don't want you to raise Kaden. I just a few times. Why do I gotta put him to sleep? Why can't I just?
Because I gotta go to work the next morning, and I gotta be up the next morning, Shanti. I gotta go to work the next morning. My mama didn't have to go to work. My mama didn't have to go to work. She could stay up. She could be up all night.
I just might as well keep him like that way, right?
This girl crazy. Put that boy to sleep before you bring him to my house.
That's the hardest part.
However, though, I was just gonna say, however, though.
You better get that boy.
I will tell you that
better get that boy melatonin.
My mom used to tell me too, like, oh, just get them to sleep. I'd be like, how? Exactly. How? Because I done take these kids to the park, to the pool, to everywhere, and they won't sleep.
100%. I don't say that every single time. There's times where I'm extra tired, and I'm like, he can come over here, but I'm going to bed, and I will tell you that he can come over here. I don't care that he comes over. He can come over every night, but I'm going to bed.
Okay.
And then there's times where I'm just like, yeah, bring him over. So it's not every single time, but you got to understand that your mama works 6 days a week. Like, what do you want out of me? I'm a robot. I'm a zombie.
I got it all. Yeah.
Come here. And taking on energies. I'm your therapist. They just talking to me, telling me about their divorce and they baby mama and they sister and they children and they cat.
Badass kids climbing all over the furniture. Okay, but on your end though.
Yeah.
So on your end though, I feel that though.
No, I feel her too. I can see everybody's aspect.
On your end, I feel you just want a little. You just want to be able to. Because look, I went through this with my mom. Right, my mom went through this thing before she passed, where she was like, "I'm not just a grandma," and I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Excuse me, but what are you talking about? What do you mean? Like,
what do you mean?
Like, Ma, I need you to be grandma. And I didn't understand that she actually wanted to hang out with me too. Like, she wanted to see what was up with me. Like, she was at that age where she was like, "Look, I love your kids, but Wendy, I want to, hang around you too. Like, I want to be cool too." And I was just like, "No, Mom, just take the kids and leave me alone."
Well, I will say that we hang out
okay
as a unit. You guys
do.
All of us.
Oh, I love that.
More than more than I probably just take the boys and just go do something.
Okay.
It was a time where I felt like I was like trying to keep up with that.
Okay.
But this one right here literally be off schedule, and when I'm like have the energy to be like, "Oh, I'm gonna take the boys somewhere this week. Oh, well, Eli's not here this week. Oh, okay." Then I'll say something and then she'll be like, "Oh, well, Kaden, what was that?" And then I'll just forget. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Yes. Like, it just be off. Everything is just always off. There's been plenty of times where that's happened, but I haven't taken them anywhere in a while, like together. Like, we normally go to like the Jumpy House or Chuck E. Cheese is Caden's favorite little thing or whatever. It's
not even just that. I just feel like, especially for me, not Destiny, because she, like she said, her co-parenting situation is different. But for me, my mom is really like
all you have, and I'm trying to be there, and I try to be there. Like anytime you ask me, Deshanti, I literally say yes. The only thing I don't do is just take the initiative to come pick them up myself.
But you don't right, so you don't actually like take the time to just call her and be like, hey,
I'm coming to get Kaden.
Let me just pick them up.
Yeah, if she asked
me, my mom never did that either.
If she asked me, I'm like, okay, bring them over here. But that's only because I work 6 days a week.
Yes.
I just feel like for both of them, just like Destiny said, I have her, but for both of them, I just feel like they don't want to do it. So I never ask unless I'm working or.
Well, why do you feel like that?
I mean, I don't ask either because I feel the same way. I think it's just us feeling like
I keep you like burden
no matter what.
Yeah.
Like this is my burden to handle, even though it's a beautiful baby and it's all of our burdens as a family.
Or even when I ask his dad when it's not his day, or his grandma when it's
I feel
not
that.
her day.
Deshanti, it's not that I don't want to.
I feel that. You feel almost guilty asking
exactly
for
what I'm
extra.
telling you right now. A lot of times I'm tired, and I know that you think that somewhere in your head that your mother is still 25, but she's 42, and I'm getting older, and I just can't always have the energy to run around with your 2-year-old after my 8-hour shift, and after dealing with all the people I've dealt with, and after dealing with it, just be a lot. Just like your life is a lot, my life is a lot too. You think it just because it's just me. And then on top of that, I don't have nobody feeding Big Daddy no more. So when I get off of work at 6 o'clock, I'm coming straight home to make sure my grandfather is straight. Get him off. Sometimes give him showers after work. All types of things that you're not even considering. So yes, I don't pop up over the house. Yes, I don't.
You're still trying to get your bearings straight sometimes.
I'm fucking tired,
and
man.
And then you guys, your baby's raising babies
and that's the reason. Yes, and that's the reason why.
So you're.
When June comes,
I don't mean that in an offensive way.
When June comes and Diamond stops working, Diamond stops going. Diamond stops school. Stops like she's done when she graduates.
Done with high school. Okay.
I'm done with Jacksonville, and then I will have my 2 days off. Yes. I will have my 2 days off, and I can actually maybe function, because right now I can't.
So is that something that's affected you guys? Her going out Sundays for a long time?
Oh my God, forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
That's something that's
ever since we moved down here. When we first moved
How
down
old
here,
were you when you guys moved to?
I was
12
when we moved out here.
Okay.
We were going to
Jacksonville
every weekend. Until I was in like 9th or 10th grade.
You loved it.
Because
why?
It wasn't a problem for us because our grandma and my friends were there. It wasn't necessarily a problem. But we were going out there every weekend.
A lot of energy.
It's a lot
of energy just moving back and forth. This is
the real deal. Okay, when we left to go there, it will be fine. But when we came back, it would be 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
1 o'clock in the morning.
Scooting
and they would have to go to school the next day.
Yes. Yeah. And you're a young mom. I mean, you had to be what, 20-something, 30
had
maybe?
to do this so we could live where we were living, so we could have the things that we had, so we could survive, so they wouldn't grow up in certain areas.
Yes.
So
I
had to do what I had to do. Yes. So that was my money maker.
So
back then was like I was banking. Jacksonville, I didn't have to really work nowhere else but there.
Yes.
There was a time where I took 3 months off or something like that, and I only worked Jacksonville, and I was home with them every day.
Wow.
I took a break.
I definitely remember that time.
What? That's dope.
Where I took
you quit.
You remember that?
No, I quit.
Pro cuts.
No, sports clips.
Sports clips.
And I was at home for 3 months. I took my tax money and I paid everything up for like 3-4 months.
What?
And I stayed home every day.
And you guys remember that?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Oh,
see, that's what I hope my daughters
of course.
look back to these times and the things I sacrificed.
That's what I was saying.
Lying. Mama, look, this is Mama though. Look, that's Megan too.
I
bet you later on Nana's gonna be like, Mom, but we did live in this 2-bedroom apartment for a long time.
So
like, Nana, you loved it.
Let me tell you where they was living at during this time.
That's all we wanted.
Yeah, and now I know that. But then I thought I was doing it because we lived in this like neighborhood that was HOA. It had like 6 bedrooms,
right? Like 6 floors.
no, it was like 6 bedrooms. It
Oh,
was like
shit.
no, for real. It was.
Oh,
it was,
no, like,
and we
that's
had
different.
moved from Jacksonville to like
Yeah.
from like a 3-bedroom house to everybody having their own bedroom and
Wow.
extra bedrooms.
From
Okay.
910 to 919.
Yes, they thought she
I
was
feel that,
doing
though,
it, and we
that's
had
all my oldest daughter says is she
gated
just wants her
community
own spot.
pools, and like we just had never had that.
Yes.
So for me, I was going super hard to keep that.
To keep
And like,
it.
and then we only elevated from there. Like it's always only been up from
Okay.
there. So it was all for them.
Nothing less was adequate. Like you can't.
And I was always
You
for them.
can't go down from here. Yes.
It was always for them.
It
always.
still is though. Like you still talk about these grown women like they are truly never anything bad, but she does definitely. This woman protects y'all. Like she really. And I'm the same way with my kids. So I talk about my kids annoy the shit out of me at these ages because they're so young. Like they're young and they don't know yet. You guys at least kind of get it now to where your mom and y'all can have a conversation and talk real life. And you guys now have kids, so you can actually somewhat understand.
How are you over there with the kids?
It's Mama Shanti. Look, that's going to be my Nene. Nene is going to take in all her nieces and nephews too. Yep. And my oldest Melrose is going to be like, Mom, I just need to go out.
That's
all right,
Diamond.
baby, go ahead.
Diamond is not keeping
That's how
nobody.
I was. Oh, Diamond's like that?
She ain't keeping
That's
nobody.
how I was when I first started having kids.
She's
I was
not gonna
like,
keep
yo.
nobody when she turned a certain age.
She not
but she
keeping
do now,
nobody.
a little
She
bit.
ain't
now.
wait till she finds some friends up here and she gonna be outside and think she gonna be keeping your kids. She
Is Diamond real social? Is
She's
Diamond
not
like
How
outside?
outside is she gonna be? Like she's not gonna be as outside as I'm.
Ain't she
trying to
outside?
Well, not with Mama Shot. Look at Mama
She not
Shanti's
outside.
eyes.
Yeah, she's not feeling that. She's not feeling that. She's not feeling
Mama
that.
Shanti's eyes were nice and round. Like what? Where's she
because-
gonna be?
Let me tell you
Not
something.
outside.
Diamond is
Not
Shanti's
outside.
child.
Okay.
Diamond is
So
Shanti's
you
child.
you both probably remember
sure.
when she was born.
No,
Or
Diamond
just
is
when she
literally
baby baby.
Shanti's child. When we
Okay.
first moved up here
Oh,
to
yeah.
that house that I was just speaking of, I worked a lot like I do now, like
Yes.
I've always done.
Yes.
And DeShanti would be the one who made sure that she had her homework done. She was fed, she had her bath, and
That's my name.
everything before I even got off of work. So, I would come home. She'd be like, yeah, Diamond had her bath. Diamond did her homework. She already ate. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, she would do her hair. Like she was her. And then Diamond would get upset because I'd be like, go ask your mom. That's not my mom. That's your mom. Go
Just
ask
give me a
her.
break. It's fine. It's your mom.
Go ask her if
Oh,
you could
that's
do that.
funny.
Right
Diamond
now.
says she's keeping her nephews.
Oh,
Right now. Hey, Diamond girl. Right
I'm gonna
now.
hold you to that.
Right now, Diamond is trying to take a trip
She
to New
said
York.
living ain't playing that 95.
Hey, turn
York.
up, Diamond. Turn up.
Yeah,
Diamond, I'm trying to go to New
Back
York.
room.
I'll go to New York.
Hold
You
up.
do
Right
it.
now, Diamond trying to go on a trip to New York, and her mother over here.
Says
Mama
no.
Shanti said you can't.
She ain't going on no
She
trip to
told
New
us
York.
all, no.
The girl about to
No,
be
you're not.
18 years old. She graduated high school.
I am about to be 23 and my mom wouldn't let me go to freaking Florida.
She looks 12. Look at her.
I don't care.
She's a baby. Look at her.
Oh, you do look so young.
Sex trafficking is real. Look at her.
Especially in New York.
Diamond
Yeah,
looks
y'all
way.
both are.
Diamond looks
y'all both are
older
too pretty,
than
though.
both of
don't
them.
travel. No, I tell my babies this too, and they think I'm
And
crazy.
on top of the
Y'all
fact
look
that
too pretty.
Diamond,
Don't.
Just taller.
plus no, she looks growner than y'all. Plus on top of that, Diamond
she
is
going?
going with a family and a friend. She's going with adults. It would not be just kids going. You're trying to go by yourself, and you're 5. Look at you.
I'm 23.
You're 5 holding a 3-year-old.
She's so funny. Oh my goodness.
You're
I
5.
can't even imagine
You
my
looked
oldest
it,
right
boy.
now. Like just sitting here. I can't wait, but I can't. It's a little scary, y'all. This day and age is weird.
Yeah, it is.
It's a weird day and age. Because they see things. Y'all see things way sooner than we did. Yes.
Yeah.
We do.
So
Way sooner.
what do y'all think
Yeah,
about our village?
I did, and I know younger
Yes.
people have.
I mean, look.
Oh, I
like,
remember
they don't
in the
even
3rd
mean
grade.
to,
This
but-
was back in. She's 25, so this was some time.
Mhm.
In the 3rd grade, she had wrote in
About
her.
to be 25. Let's make that clear.
Anyway, she had wrote in her diary and
Let's not
at
talk
school.
about that.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
She said, "We going there. We talking.
Mm-mm. Yeah,
It's real life, real MomCast.
real life, real talk, real moms.
All day.
Anyway.
every day.
So this girl had wrote in the 3rd grade, y'all.
Uh-oh.
This
I wrote
was-
something
she was born in 2000, so this was a long time ago.
Dang.
So
Do you remember when it was about to turn 2000? I thought the world was going to end.
Yeah.
Anyways, go ahead. You
Anyway.
were born in that year.
so she had wrote in her little diary and kept it in her desk at school. And we had like a little something at the school, and I had to come to the school, and I had opened up her desk and read inside of the diary, and she was talking about sex, y'all. And the third grade, I cried like a fucking baby. Man,
but you didn't show her that.
I cried. No, I cried because I had to talk to her about it. And I didn't even know how to even handle that.
How to approach
I was
it.
20-something years old. I was a baby myself.
You're just learning.
I had no clue about sex.
You're just learning the real.
Oh, can I even say that one on YouTube?
Oh.
X. I had no clue about those things. I had no clue, you guys. I was a child myself. This was a sensitive subject.
You weren't even old enough to drink alcohol.
Oh my God. I had to talk to her about it.
To drink alcohol.
I don't know. I was scared. Like, why do I have to talk to you about this?
Diamond wasn't born yet, so you could have been more than 25.
Thank you. Okay. I was not 25, 22. I was a baby.
So 22, and that's when I had
maybe because I had her at 17. So maybe.
See, okay, so that's different.
I had to in the third grade.
You got it with me. So if she was in third grade, I was like in the first grade.
She did everything with us together.
No, you weren't there with this. You were not there with this.
She had the other talk with us. We were in the car riding through Richlands. I remember it vividly when you were telling us about it.
Okay.
I remember. I remember that vividly.
I had
that
a name.
Talk vividly.
Interesting.
I had a name. I had a name for.
Was it effective? Like, do you feel like it was like, cool, Mom? Like, I like how you did that, or like, maybe I'll do a little different. Like, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't about sex or whatever.
But it was about
but I feel like
body, like
I mean,
cool. I mean, you remember
I
it.
honestly just tried to be the most.
Cool. Okay.
I just tried to be real.
It was really random.
Because
okay, so y'all was just driving somewhere.
Yeah, because it's in my head, and I know I need to say these things.
And I just might say it then.
No, Wendy, that's how I am.
But I feel like
I know I need to say this to you. I know I need to say
this. And they're looking at you like, Mom, why now? I don't know. Like, it's just, I gotta tell you, baby. I'm sorry. Like, just say something. Just follow me. I don't know.
Yeah, this is it. This is the time. It's quiet. Let's talk about this.
Her eyes will be like, yes. Why?
And then you're gonna get blood. No.
And then this happened. Mom, why? Because I don't know. It popped into my brain that I gotta tell you. Yes. Look.
Yes, I don't know. I'm crazy. So that's how that probably.
So you remember that though?
Yeah.
And you remember that vividly.
But
and honestly, I don't remember a lot of things. Tashanti remembers everything.
That's Larry.
I don't remember.
My brother remembers everything. I remember nothing. I just daggone like childhood trauma allowed me to fog all that.
Me.
But my brother knows everything.
And my sister remembers.
I'd be like, what?
Tashanti be like, remember this time when? I'm like, no.
Really? See, that's me. I remember so many things that happened.
I don't know. I just don't.
There's certain things like I remember my sister's husband telling me he saw a picture that I had in my family like picture stack, and he was like, "Oh, your sister said that's the Encino house," and I was like, "And Encino's a city in LA, or whatever." I was like, "No, that's not the Encino house. Like that's a corner house. I don't know what that is." I remember everything. Like I remember everything from when my dad passed to now. Like I remember a lot of things when I was little that my little sister doesn't. It's interesting, different perspectives. Yeah. Not saying that she's wrong.
No, different perspectives.
But just different perspectives on where she was at in her.
It's all about, perception is 9/10 of the rule, like 100%. Really because it's the same thing happening, but you perceived it this way, I perceived it this way, you perceived it that way. That's the reason why the Bible were there. That's the reason why the Bible is so perceived. Everybody takes it in different ways, but that's another conversation. We will not go there tonight. That's something we definitely want to talk about. Yeah, we definitely want to talk about those things, but that's going to be later on down the road. Because me and Wendy are definitely like spiritual people.
Yes. We have a lot of,
but perception is 9/10 of the rule. So it's just all on how you perceive the information that's given, or your environment, or the person. All of it, So.
Ooh, that's so interesting. Everybody's perception. And everybody's perception matters.
You guys, please let us know in the comments, even if it's after we end the live, what you want to talk about. Everybody's commenting, and we appreciate y'all. Please keep commenting it, liking, subscribing, watching, everything. We appreciate you guys. We love you.
Look at this comment.
But
it says, I love that now that my 2 daughters is an adult and also has 2 boys, she finally understands what I was going through when I was her age.
I feel like,
And I feel like we both definitely get that now. We both have one child, and by the time she was our age, she
I
had
had 3.
So I couldn't even imagine what she was going through by the time she was my age. But I know what I'm going through with just one, or not even just a kid, just going through normal things at the age of 24.
Yeah.
And it's a lot, and it's hard, and it's
valid.
Yeah.
And it's valid.
I wouldn't change anything for the world. It really molded me to be who I am. The reason why I'm successful and I go so hard and X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
So I definitely would not change anything for the world. But I have brung that to them before. Like, you guys, like, just imagine how you feel right now with your one child. Literally at your age, at her age, I had 2, and at her age, I had 3. Literally. So just imagine. But I will say I had a wonderful support system. Shout out to Helena. Shout out to Helena. I had a great support system when they were very young until we moved up to the Raleigh area where I decided to leave her. But other than that, it was hard. I was still trying to grow mentally as a person, and have 3 people on your back. That is.
And not even that, just with everything you go through after having a child.
Yeah, the emotions. The emotions.
That's really, I feel like that's really what's been the hardest part for me, at least.
You not loving yourself, not looking in the mirror, thinking that you look disgusting. Thinking that nobody will ever, like, the person you had a child with is looking at you differently. You got this pooch that you never had because your body was bang, bow, bow. And yes, you may go back in a month or 2, but right then, right in that moment, you're looking at you like, what the I got these big ass.
That's kind of what you're still in, because he's only a year.
Yeah.
So that's what you're saying. Like, you're still trying to get back to you, and you're still coming into you being an adult.
I definitely am.
Yeah. So that's significant.
And I feel like Deshanti, she says that when my mom moved back, she moved back when Eli was born. She says that her and her boyfriend at the time, like, really brought her out of her postpartum and her depression and everything that she was going through.
Because I was left for dead by my sisters. Left for dead.
No, you were not.
Left for dead.
Go ahead.
Oh, I feel like
Go ahead.
We gotta hear about this.
I just feel like I'm finally, like, coming to that moment or that realization or whatever. Because they say you go through it for 2 years, maybe more. I mean,
it just depends on the person.
Yeah. And I feel like I'm finally coming out on the other side, and then
you also
I'm finally
have
starting to like realize everything that I went through, and
so put them down.
No, she's hiding on the chair.
You also have to be accepting of somebody coming into your life and helping you bring those things out. If you're locking yourself in the room with the door closed, if you are very standoffish, very shut down, nobody can really help you. You got to be ready to be open for the help.
Yeah, I know, and that's what I'm saying. I feel like I'm finally coming to that time for myself, and
you're understanding more of yourself now.
Well, like, I will say this,
I'm just ready to get out of it, and
I'm glad you decided to join the podcast, because that was something I wasn't sure that you were going to do, and I really definitely think that it's dope and it's helping.
She said they were from Raleigh, moved to Atlanta, but she also has a special needs son.
You have a special needs son,
and Wendy said they were going through
everything I'm saying.
Wendy has a special needs daughter. Her last daughter, she has 4 girls.
Yes.
Her last daughter is special needs.
Yes, and she's even more special needs than I even thought. Before I
That's
thought.
Why you gotta start your channel.
And oh my goodness, it's hang in there, Candy, hang in there. It's Truly, it will get better. You'll find your resources. Talk to me if you need to, because I've found some really cool resources being out here. But that is a challenge in itself. We'll have a whole nother episode about that. Truly, but that is a challenge in itself. I love my baby more than anything, just as much as my other babies. But that challenge of having a child who is special needs is a whole nother challenge for us as mothers, especially single mothers, and going through it alone, if you will. So, Candy, hang in there. I'm glad you shared that with us.
Yes, thank you, Candy. My son is doing absolutely amazing.
25.
He is 25.
Yay!
She's 25. So yeah, born in the year of she'll be 25 in October.
Months.
Sorry, you guys.
She said, "Do not age her."
She'll be 25 in October. She'll be 23 in October.
Okay.
My grandson.
Wait, you guys are both in October? Oh, that's right.
A
Libras.
week apart.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
2 years in a week.
Libras. Oh, Libras and Aquarius, mama.
Aquarius,
oh my goodness,
Libras.
we are so Aquarius.
Yes.
But you Libras, it's okay because you balance mama out too.
Yes, they do.
That's awesome.
They definitely do.
Libras. Oh, girl, I got a Cancer, a Capricorn, a Sagittarius, and an Aries.
No, I got 2 Libras and a Leo. A Leo.
Oh, you got a Leo.
That fire.
Diamond's
Shout
a Leo.
out to Diamond.
Okay.
Diamond.
Leos are necessary, but Leos are intense.
Yes.
That lion is, but Libras, y'all are intense with the
Very.
need to be balanced.
Not even intense. They are so indecisive.
Isn't that so interesting?
I'm very
Libras, you guys
indecisive.
need everything
And
but
I honestly
you have
hate
a
that
hard
about
time
myself.
deciding.
I'm so indecisive.
Oh, it's so wild. All Libras do. You guys have such a hard time deciding.
But she's
because-
not that indecisive.
She's not as bad as me.
And she's
wait,
Libra.
October what?
9/17.
Yeah, we talk about this all the time. The difference in where you
Yeah,
land.
yeah.
So interesting. So you're not indecisive. You don't have a problem making decisions.
It just depends.
To an extent.
Because
yeah.
I've seen her be indecisive, but it's not like her.
But not to okay.
It's not like her.
I feel that. Because even me and you though, like I'm the
very
11th,
indecisive.
you're the 8th, right? And
Yeah.
and we're the same in a lot of ways, but we're different.
Yeah.
On how
Very.
we different Aquarius. That's
Very.
cool. What about the boys? When are they born?
Cancer and a Leo.
Oh, wait, Leo?
He's like right on the
Cusp
Cancer.
of a Virgo. He is.
Cancer for
a Virgo.
No, he is too. The 18th. He is.
Oh,
He's on
on the cusp of
Gemini.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's on the
Kaden, he's on the
Yes, he's on the cusp.
Oh.
He's born on the 22nd. 21st.
and then he's on the cusp of
Leo.
Leo.
I'm sorry,
Leo.
and Virgo.
Virgo. What? That's deep. And then he's also, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I was really looking forward to him being a Gemini because all us air.
I don't like
Yes.
Geminis.
I know, Gemini, my sister's
But he's
Geminis
like
are tough.
that.
I feel like he acts just like
But
a
he
Leo.
does.
He does.
He does. He
But
does.
yes.
He acts like a Gemini
Right there.
sometimes because he literally will. He's like wishy washy. He mess with you today. He
And
mess
then
with you
tomorrow
in this
he
moment.
might not.
He don't mess with you now.
Yes.
Oh, 2 seconds ago we kissing. Next minute you
Yeah.
slapping me. Like literally, that's how he is.
But that makes sense that Eli is a Leo.
Oh, he loves attention.
Oh yeah.
But he's very
He all in the
he's
camera,
tiny. He came into his tiny businessman stance today still. Whereas friend over here kind of loosened up and he came into his
Let me figure it out.
yes.
Yeah.
And he put his shoes in the shoe thing over there. If you notice, he told mama, he said, I want to put my shoes right here. Like that's where the shoes are.
Very neat.
Like
Very organized.
yep. And then they both wanted to go out and play, but I noticed that Kaden went out there and was like, he kind of felt it out and was like, okay, cool, I'll come out my shell. Okay, cool.
Eli was still trying to fill it out.
And then he did, but then when he felt it out, he kind of moved forward and was like,
Give me the ball.
Give me the ball. Yeah, yeah, I swear. He walked up like he had the
Give me the
remote in
ball.
his hand, and he walked in the middle of all those grown boys. Now, Kaden was already out there. Kaden was like, oh, okay, we cool. So Kaden was smiling and everything, but Eli kind of came out like, but then once he got comfortable, he walked right in the middle where the big boys were and was like, and was holding it. So I took the remote. I said, go ahead and pass it to him. So they got real nice and they passed it to him, and he caught it and he tried to run. He tried to run towards where the girls were. And then we all cheered on, and then I caught it one-handed. I just got to say that. I don't know how it happened, but I did. I caught it one-handed.
Yeah,
so I got one for the
sports.
girls. He really,
loves
they
sports.
both came out of their shells, but they both came out differently. It was
Differently.
real cool. It was really cool to see. The more they come over like that, and then like I said, I'll have Melrose over here too, so she'll be the older one watching them, and then they can go outside and play with them. And
okay, you guys, I think we're gonna wrap up this episode. We've been up here for a good 50 minutes.
Okay.
And of course, once again, we'll be back next week with the 5th episode of
The Real MomCast.
The Real MomCast. Real life, real talk.
Real mom.
Real mom.
All the time, no breaks.
All day, every day.
Standing on business.
Okay.
10 toes.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
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 He said bye.
Bye.
He said bye.